NBA 2K is right around the corner. 9,000 new animations, a lot of new information. We breaking it down a ton on my social media, but I did want to get on this video and break things down a little deeper than we did yesterday. I want to talk about some of the words being used on the article, the very first article. Things like NBA 2K is all about personalization, customization, and accessibility. That is a quote from the Mike Wayne post, as well as they continue to talk about that specifically. It's a word that keeps coming up, and they highlight it. Another thing says NBA 2K25 provides more variety, accessibility, and freedom on offense for newcomers, seasoned players, and full blown experts. The reason I'm stressing this to you guys is because, you know, they're using their words carefully. And this word has come up multiple times when it comes to accessibility specifically. And the way they're talking for me, and the reason I wanted to kind of highlight it is so that y'all can get the picture and start seeing what I'm seeing here. Feel like they're going to make it very good for casuals, and then, of course, try to open the door up for the experts. That's a tough task because, the experts get mad when a casual is able to do what they do. So you gotta have some type of skill gap, and that is a problem in a lot of video games, I think. And I also personally believe, and this is my personal opinion, you guys might not appreciate this, but I personally believe when a game is hard, for example, Dark Souls style games, Souls like games, that genre doesn't cater to casuals. But it has been growing over the years because people realize I can get good at this. I'm just got to give it a chance and not give up. And so for me, I think that that's the way I would want it to go, but that's a different conversation. We're going to get back to some of the article and talk about why I think they're really focusing on this, because it can be the greatest thing or the most difficult thing, meaning for people playing in a league or anything like that. They felt like they're the most skilled players, but in reality, they tend to do the same exact stuff. So it's like copy and paste players. And this is offensive to you guys, but the truth is the league is pick and roll, right, left. And that's what works. And so that's what people use. And that's not just for 2K, that's for all the professional leagues when you talk about Call of Duty or anything like that. So for me, the reason I look to this article and kind of scavenge hunt for certain words that they're using on what they want to bring for the new game. And we're watching Mike Wayne's interview here. He discusses a lot of it, but in the article specifically, he's talking about variety, accessibility, freedom of offense. And so, how does that play out? Right? We're watching the new animations. One of the best things that I keep highlighting about the whole article and overall for Mike Wayne is the dribble engine is the most amazing update we've had in our gameplay engine in 15 years. And I read that nice and slow for y'all because that is crazy for Mike Wayne to say. But if it's delivered, it doesn't need to be revolutionary. And people are just like, "Oh, it needs to be new. It's the same thing over and over." And I don't agree because the dribble system changes every 3 years or so. They'll do something a bit different and change some of the schemes. Overall, you're gonna get the hang of it if you're like a hardcore guy. It's pretty easy to kind of switch a couple of different mechanics, but they've changed it up a bit. But what he's saying is that they revamped it in a different way. And one of the key points they talked about was how the animations were canned, where, yes, you're able to pull off animations and they look great and all that, but they're pretty much you click something and now you're stuck in that animation. And while they're not going to let you cancel everything, they explained in the article that with the pro play and having all the new capture that they have, they're able to make it more fluid and a more authentic basketball style. And so for me, that's important. I think that you want to flow when you're dribbling and you want to be able to have that feeling of the NBA and AKA basketball in general. So we'll see how that plays out. The truth is, as a community, we're gonna be honest here, man. I'm gonna call y'all out real quick, man. Y'all be trying to blame the games when y'all do exploits and everybody does them. It's one thing if you're calling out a cheater, but when you're a part of the problem, but then you want to complain about it, it makes no sense. Hey, they keep burning down the buildings. You're the one with a gaslight fire on you, matching things up all over the place. And that's what the community does a lot. And I understand, right? That the excuse is, oh, they're doing it, we got to do it too. And it's like, nah, you don't. Don't exploit the game. Play the game. And I think that we've been having a wave of actual players, and I don't want to like include myself, which I am more, along the lines where I like to not just using one exploit or play one way. I have a lot of different builds and a lot of different play styles and have fun, and I'm not focusing on one style. And so this is where it's complicated because when I did play comp, we were running the pick and roll, we were doing the typical stuff, and I get it, right? Money's on the line or reputation or the leaderboards or whatever it was at the time. So for me, I could understand because I've been there. But what I'm also trying to point out, and we're gonna watch this whole trailer on slow motion. Have y'all ever done that? Well, now's your time. But for me, it's a complicated conversation because now we're getting into the nitty gritty, and there's a lot of different mouths to feed when you're making this game. And the argument is about what is the most important. So leave it up to the studio, leave it up to the game. Yeah, sure. But it's also on us to do better. I always laugh when someone says, oh, this is the only one dribble move I can do, or the only thing I can do is do rim running, or and they always try to make it like that's all there is. And it's not true, man. And it's funny because if there's only one way to play, people will get mad if there's a great post player, for example, who's just doing the cheesy hook shots. We all get mad at that. But it's a good thing to have that variety. If they had that for every position, right? Like it's like, oh wow, he's really good on that post up. And now we have some people who showcase it. All right. Some people showcase the mid range post up. Some are doing the inside post up. And we need that variety in a deeper way. And yeah, some people are gonna get mad about, oh, these guys are all doing these different things. I don't understand how you can get mad at that. It's kind of wild because 2K will complain, you know, about when there's only one move, and then they'll complain when there's too much. So my thing is I'm not coming at nobody's neck about it, but I'm trying to give y'all like a rude awakening to shake that off, man. Shake that off and start embracing it, right? Like when I see a mid-range post player on my team in a wreck when I'm solo and he's cooking, I'm like, yo, eat, brother. I'm gonna be right here in the corner. Even if I'm a point guard, I'm like, you got this, bro. Let me see what you got. And I'll just encourage him on the microphone and tell him, go for it, man. Show me what you're doing. And if it's a center that posts people up, whatever, I let people eat. Depending on their play style, I'm gonna try to work with them. There's a center that likes to spot up in the corner. Good for me. Thank you. Let me drive to that paint. There's a center that likes setting that pick and roll to get some easy buckets in the paint. Hey, I got you. So it's the same thing with every aspect, defense, offense. We have to have the embracive mentality to it of whatever's coming. So for me, I mean, I'm gonna brag. I feel I'm a well-rounded player, like extremely rounded on every aspect. I'm not the best player out there or anything. I don't even want to even try to be. But If you tell me, hey, we're gonna stop dribbling, it's all right, I'll move off ball. You feel me? Like dribble, no more dribbling in 2K. I'm still gonna find a way to score. Cuts. I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna set picks. I'm gonna do something. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna score regardless. And then on defense, the same thing. They're like, well, you can't steal no more. That's fine, bro. I'm gonna clamp the dude up. He gonna have to take a bad shot. And so the same mentality, we gotta have it for all of these games, man. When the new one comes out, I challenge you all, and I'm calling the whole community out. There's a lot of content creators, and I'm gonna do something even worse right now and kind of call out the content creators. I know they be getting upset. Somebody like me say the real, but what's annoying about y'all content creators, and I'm a content creator by the way, is that I don't understand sometimes. Like dudes don't come up in here actually caring about the game. And then there's others who are just out for the bag, right? So they're just struggling to enjoy themselves. They're like barely enjoying it. It's like, dude, I get it. You got to pay the bills, but damn, enjoy your damn self. You know what I'm saying? I go to work, whether I'm working construction or McDonald's, I'm going to find me a good time in that joint. I ain't about to be out here miserable every day at the job. I'm gonna throw some jokes. I'm gonna be, put a little AirPod on, listen to some music, dancing while I'm flipping a burger, whatever I gotta do to have me a little bit of enjoyment. And I challenge all the creators to have fun, man. It ain't about the bag in that sense. You can have the bag and people will love you more for you being you, enjoying yourself and vibing and getting excited. And the only reason I'm doing this video is because I feel for them because it tends to weigh on the whole community. The whole community starts getting down when you sitting there down all the time. Like lift your ass up, bro. You're representing the game you supposedly love, but all you got to do is just cry every day. And I don't feel that, man. Get creative, have fun, do something different. There's a lot of different builds in my career. There's other modes in 2K as well, you know. And you don't even gotta play the game. You could just do a video like this where I'm not playing nothing. I don't know how the hell y'all watch this whole video. It's literally the same trailer over and over. I appreciate you. But the principle is the same. You know, the principle, what I'm trying to point out is the same, man. And y'all gotta step the hell up as a community when it comes to creators. Y'all gotta realize y'all not only representing the game, you're representing life. All right. So when a little kid comes on YouTube, he's trying to find a guide and he got your dumb ass crying the whole time. You ain't helping nobody, bro. Oh, I'm helping the game. Nah, bro. There's a feedback places you can send that to. There's places to post it. Every video shouldn't be a complaint. It's like, dude, make some fun content or informative. Right now, this is my only rant. I'm not gonna be going crazy with that. And I'm complaining about the complainers. Is that a thing? I'm complaining about these Karens, 2K Karens. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut it out, man. Go live, go love, go hard. You know what I'm saying? Stop with all the BS, man. That's what I got to say. I'm sorry, man. I just had to get that off my chest. I just excited for the new game, and I know that things ain't gonna be perfect. I never met a 2K that was perfect. Never. I know everybody be gassed up about 16, 15, or whatever fake story you telling yourself. Servers weren't even working back then. Like, what y'all talking about? Y'all too young to even remember. Y'all probably got the game 6 months after release, and it was decently running a little bit, but it had flaws too. Amazing dribble, amazing defense. They had some good stuff in there, but I don't consider any of these games perfect, but I know I had me a good ass time. My family ain't perfect, but I love them mother. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you gotta do. You gotta love, you gotta live, you gotta enjoy. Don't cut yourself short, man. It's a beautiful thing out there. And this is just that real. You feel? I had to open up, man. I had to give it to y'all. But yeah, so back to the topic. And the reason I brought all that up and the other people up is because the words accessibility and variety is being used a lot in this first article about the gameplay. And so hopefully we do got that variety. And guess what? I don't want to hear the bullshit. You had amazing guys coming out cooking with all they dope videos where they sitting there playing the game different. I love those guys. You know what I'm saying? Because they just showing you like, hey, there's something different everywhere out here. So take the challenge, do this thing, make it work. Yeah, I just want to let it off my chest, man, and have fun with it, man. We're gonna pop off. You want to catch me on X? I tend to do these spaces. I want to try to bring in the community together, big time, and I just want to vibe out. Good times, man. I get it. Some people get frustrated, but y'all gotta realize half the time y'all be mad at life. Y'all not even mad at the game. So work through all that and then get on the game and enjoy yourself. Just a video game, man. You feel me? But love you guys, man. I'm excited for the future. Anybody that's here all the way through, I'm starting up my membership and my partnership with YouTube should be done by next week, maybe. And then we're gonna be popping. So lock in for that. And we're gonna do some great things with some streams and the spaces. Talked about the podcast last year. I didn't do it, but we might get it done this year. All right. And y'all done watch Mike Wayne all day. At least you got to see Alexis. You know what I'm saying? She's always gorgeous. So enjoy. But yeah, we'll be back for more. Hit my main channel up if you want some random games I cover over there. And catch me on Discord because that's where I want to start building that up soon. So hit that link. All right. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed, man. Peace. One.